Today we will be making our very own kinetic sand with products found around your home, and we will discuss how it works and why it is so mesmerizingly fun. We will also be talking about a fourth type of matter. That's right, it's not as simple as solid, liquid, and gas. Now, down in the description below, you can find 2 different recipes for this, and it really just depends on what you already have in your home and what you are willing to go out and buy. If you can make more than one batch, then play around the amount of the ingredients that you put in and see how it changes the consistency of that material. Now, did you watch our sticky water video? Now, we don't normally think of water as being sticky, but then again, what else sticks to your clothes as well as water? I mean, this is so common that it actually has a word for it. What? Seriously, if you haven't watched it yet, watch it now, because then you will understand how water can be sticky, or it holds on to itself. But it also holds on to other objects, and this is why the water was able to monkey bar its way down the stream without falling to the ground. Water is so amazing, and we just take it for granted. But that's another story for another time. I do have a playlist, Water is Amazing. You can feel free to watch some of those videos. But for today, we'll just talk about water's stickiness. So there's not many other substances out there that can both stick to itself and to other things. Some types of material can only do one, and others can't stick to anything at all. But water can do both. And that's why it's easier to make sandcastles when the sand is wet. The water is actually what's holding it together. So this substance can act as both a solid and a liquid. So when you create a lot of pressure, it sticks together and keeps its shape just like a solid would. But when there's little pressure or no pressure at all, it acts more like a liquid, taking the shape of its container. Now, this solid-liquid suspension is a fourth type of matter, and this is commonly called a non-Newtonian fluid. Another non-Newtonian fluid is oobleck, and we will definitely be making that soon because it is a totally different type of fun. Now, in school, we were only taught about 3 phases of matter. At least, that's all I was taught. And there is so much more to this world than we know or that we've learned. And sometimes we get trapped. We get trapped in focusing on the things that we learned while we grew up, or we get trapped on what our beliefs become, and they become a big part of us. Now, some people would call this more of a liquid, and others would say, well, clearly it's a solid. And technically, neither of them would be wrong. It really just depends on your perception, and what you focus on becomes your reality. So instead of ignoring anything that goes against your beliefs, take the time to sit down and analyze all information. Let your creative mind explore new ideas when they come up, and I think you might be surprised what you come up with. Now, if you agree to start analyzing all information, even if it goes against your beliefs, you can leave it down in the comments, #ChallengeAccepted. Now, if you liked this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with somebody that you know that could use the information. And if you're feeling extra supportive, you can use the link down in the description below to check out our Patreon page for some extra goodies. And until next time, bye! Now, this sand, I actually used wheat flour. So with wheat flour, you're only going to use 2/3 of the amount of flour, but it still made it brown and just kind of makes it feel a little more sandy. Now, this was actual fine sand that I ordered from Amazon, so it added the color. This one was supposed to be the one that lasted longer, but as you can see, it doesn't seem to stick quite as well as the flour. So it really just depends on what you already have in your home and what you're willing to go out and buy. Now, I actually made mine a couple weeks ago, and I just let it sit in the air. Now, if you use it right away or maybe put it in a Ziploc bag, it should work in mold even better. And if you are able to make different consistencies of this material, feel free to leave down in the comments below. How did it turn out?